Jamaica, Florida airfares soar beyond 3,000 US dollars. Travelers attempting to fly between Jamaica and Florida are reportedly facing ticket prices exceeding 3,000 US dollars, along with sold out flights and limited alternatives. The shortage is said to be particularly severe during the busy July and August travel period. Flights between Jamaica and South Florida normally takes less than 2 hours, but the current squeeze has transformed the short journey into an expensive and, for some passengers, almost impossible trip. The situation could significantly affect Jamaicans returning home after the summer holidays. Families traveling for emergencies and members of the diaspora hoping to visit the island. Travelers are being encouraged to compare airports and travel dates carefully before making reservations. Passengers should also confirm that any unusually cheap offer is being provided by a legitimate airline or authorized travel agent. The situation comes as international travel demand remains strong and families prepare for the approaching start of the school year. NHT waives $585 million for Melissa affected homeowners. The National Housing Trust has waived approximately $585 million in peril insurance premiums for mortgagors living in parishes severely affected by Hurricane Melissa. The charges would have become payable under the special 6 months mortgage moratorium that operated between November 2025 and April 2026. Instead of recovering the premiums from homeowners, the NHT has decided to absorb the cost. The waiver is in addition to approximately $1.12 billion in interest charges already absorbed by the trust under the Hurricane Relief Program. Around 36,000 mortgage accounts, mainly across Western Jamaica, were included in the automatic moratorium. Eligible customers should see the waived insurance amount reflected as a credit on their accounts. The measure is expected to provide additional relief to households still repairing homes and rebuilding their finances following the hurricane. Customers seeking clarification may contact the NHT or visit one of its branches. Murder suspect killed during alleged police confrontation. A man who police said was wanted in connection with a recent murder has been fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with members of the security forces in Rollington, Kingston. The deceased has been identified by the police as Marco Scheller German. According to initial reports, the incident occurred along Waterloo Road. The authorities allege that German was being sought in connection with a murder committed on Wednesday. Investigators have not yet released a complete account of the circumstances surrounding the fatal encounter. As is customary in fatal police shootings, the matter is expected to be investigated by the independent commissions of investigations. Residents who witnessed the incident or possess relevant recordings are being encouraged to preserve the material and provide it directly to the investigating authorities. Lettuce reaches $1,400 per pound at Coronation Market. Shoppers are facing another blow at the market, with lettuce reportedly selling for as much as $1,400 per pound at Coronation Market in Kingston. The price increase adds to growing concerns about the cost of fresh produce and a continuing pressure on household food budgets. Prices can vary significantly depending on the vendor, quality, and availability of the produce. Nevertheless, a price of $1,400 per pound places lettuce beyond the reach of many families and small food businesses. Agricultural prices are frequently affected by weather conditions, transportation costs, crop damage, and fluctuations in supply. Jamaica's farming sector is also still recovering from disruptions associated with Hurricane Melissa. Customers are being encouraged to compare prices, purchase seasonal alternatives, and confirm the total cost before completing transactions. The latest increase could also affect restaurants, street food vendors, and other businesses that rely heavily on fresh vegetables. Parents want to choose registered early childhood schools. The Early Childhood Commission is urging parents to confirm that nurseries, basic schools, preschools, and other early childhood institutions are properly registered before enrolling their children. Commission Chair Tricia Williams Singh said institutions operating legally should have a valid permit and should display it where parents can easily see it. Under Jamaica's Early Childhood Act and regulations, an institution caring for four or more children under the age of 6 must be registered with the Commission and receive permission to operate. Parents are therefore being advised not to send their children to facilities that cannot produce a permit. Registration is intended to confirm that an institution meets required standards covering health, safety, staffing, and the general care of children. Families should verify a facility's status directly with the Early Childhood Commission if they have any concerns. Jamaica advances to Caribbean Under 14 final. Jamaica's young Reggae boys have qualified for Sunday's final of the Caribbean Football Union Under 14 Boys Tier 1 Challenge Series. The defending champions earned their place in the championship match during the tournament in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. The achievement gives Jamaica an opportunity to retain the regional title and provides valuable international experience for another promising generation of footballers. Youth competitions play an important role in identifying players who could eventually represent Jamaica at the under 17, under 20, and senior levels. The team will now turn its attention to Sunday's final, where the young players will attempt to complete another successful regional campaign. The result represents an encouraging development for Jamaica's youth football program and comes as the senior Reggae boys prepare to begin their CONCACAF Nation League campaign at home against Guatemala on September 25th. Those are the major stories making headlines in Jamaica and across the diaspora. Which story do you believe will have the greatest impact? The soaring Jamaica Florida airfares, the NHT's hurricane relief waiver, or the rising cost of food? Share your views in the comments, subscribe to Jamaica News Now, and turn on notifications for the latest verified developments. I'm your host. Thank you for watching and stay informed. Subscribe today, turn on notifications, and never miss the stories that matter most. Jamaica News Now, your Highlands, your news, right now.